What's going on, YouTube? We got more KCD content here. If you don't know, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's a great game. I've been enjoying it, and I've been sitting on this video for a while just because I've been doing some other stuff. I've been doing some like beta work that I can't really talk about. But with that being said, let's just get into it because I didn't record the beginning of this playthrough or how I encountered this mission, but essentially it's gonna be between Chalsky and Old Kuna on the second map. Um, so firstly, I forgot what town exactly, but you're gonna come across this old dude, well, the village elder, and some new priest because the old one had passed away. But essentially, they're squabbling over somebody being down in these mines that they have to keep feeding continuously. Because well, you're gonna see at the end. I'm not gonna really spoil it, but essentially they have like this little thing that they do. I guess you could say like it's a ritual where essentially they bring down food for the beast in air quotes in the mine. For a demon essentially. That's what they say anyways. But I'm gonna stop rambling. And basically the priest is saying, oh, you can't do that because it's what's it called? Like it goes against the religions or whatever, and he doesn't believe in like spirits or whatever. So I'm just gonna let it play.
What diabolical stink! All right then, let's see if we can't lure the devil out.
So you can see we've been knocked out. We have our inventory wiped out. We have no food, no armor, nothing, and we're basically just here, down here, just trying to survive. And essentially, I think this game is Game of the Year contender still. I still love it, even though there's subtle propaganda in the game, which I can't talk about. Otherwise, I'd probably get canceled immediately, or just probably get like labeled hate speech or some shit. But I won't talk about it. I'll skip that. But anyways, if you go down to the right, you will find this letter from the night, and I'm gonna keep it on stream for a couple seconds. So if you want to pause it, I try to edit the video as much as I can. Try to make it as visible because it is dark down here, especially in some of the beginning areas because I don't have a torch yet. But anyways, going down to the right, of course, again, you have some letters you can read. You have a bunch of other stuff. You got like lockpicks and stuff, which you'll definitely need if you want to encounter whatever is down here. But I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna edit as best as I can. Later on, it doesn't get too crazy.
More entries. Also written by the knight? The pit to hell, and that knight is guarding it.
Again, pause it if you need to, if you want to read it for yourselves. Obviously, if you're in game, obviously you're gonna be able to read it. This is just for people who don't know about the game. Maybe just stumble across it. But anyways, right here is gonna be a chest, and this is where the lockpicks that you picked up earlier by going to the right come in handy. So obviously, I'm still like looking around because I'm curious. Like maybe there's some hidden stuff. Maybe there's some like secrets that you might enjoy. Anyways, you're gonna pick up these lockpicks. If you miss the other lockpicks, there's still more lockpicks there. Especially if you're a thief, this mission does definitely come in handy because you do get a bunch of extra lockpicks. But for me, I'm over encumbered. I got like 1,000 of them. But of course, you're gonna keep opening these chests, and from there you get more contracts. Obviously, you do need this one because it gives you a hint as to what is going down here. And you also get some few weapons if you want to encounter the knight and you want to find them for yourselves.
There. I am the shield of gods, demon. I am Taras. Terribilis Deus, the Sanctuarios.
Alright, now once you get to this point, after you climb the stairs, he will be up ahead of you and he's going to be patrolling this area. So either you're going to want to attack him with the bludgeoning weapon that you got from the chest back there down at the bottom, or you want to go sneak attack him. It doesn't really matter how you go about it. I don't know if what happens necessarily if you attack him. I don't know if he dies or not, but I decided to knock him out and decided not to kill him because he's clearly down here for a reason. At least that's what I was thinking while I was playing this. And now after you do take him down, you can either go to the left and you'll immediately go down to your loot, which is quite a ways down. But essentially this part of the map, or this area of the tunnels, will be just a giant circle, so you won't necessarily get lost or nothing will happen. So I did try to keep some of it in, but essentially you probably won't get lost down here, realistically. But with that being said, I'm gonna try to edit it as best as I can. But there is a section where you were warned that the cave collapsed, and I'll try to show that here coming up soon as well.
Even more entries. More journal entries. Ah, everything's here. All right.
I want to quickly say that as you see those stairs, it's gonna be the exit. But you can now choose to leave there immediately if you want to, or you can keep searching a little bit more and look for a bunch of other stuff. There's not really much down here, but it is nice to search around just for lore reasons. Obviously you can just leave if you want, but I'm gonna keep exploring and try to edit. So a little backstory, the reason they feed whatever is down here, which they think is the devil, because obviously the sulfur mine, the smell of sulfur was associated with hell back then, or the devil, and essentially they want to keep whatever's down here because they think it's a beast, or again the devil, and they feed it to keep it away because there was a mining accident, and they accuse it of being some witchcraft or the devilry or some shit.
The mining accident must have happened, and that stink. Could there really be a gateway to hell here?
Henry, what happened down there?
Who are these people with you?
Men from the surrounding homesteads. I told you I'd be bringing help. Now, tell us, what did you find down there?
I know this will sound strange, but a deranged knight lives down in the mine. He almost killed me, but I managed to get away. They were bringing the supplies to him, not to demons.
I told you that there would be an explanation from our world. No demons or devils.
And what if the knight himself came from hell?
Even you don't believe that. He's just an ordinary looter and parasite.
Quiet! Do you hear that?
Lord have mercy.
That's the hellish beast! It's him!
Ready yourselves, men. Henry, you too.
Shadows and flames! You brought friends, did you, Hellspawn? It matters not. I'll take you all on!
No! You've got it all wrong. I went into the mine as we agreed, and it's there that I ran into Sir Taras here. Sir Taras signed a contract with Father Richard. He was meant to guard the gateway to hell and receive regular supplies from the locals in return. When I first met him, I thought he was some kind of hellspawn. And he wanted to kill me, so I fled. I've got the contract here. See for yourself.
A contract? Well, I was sure all of this was mere heathen idolatry.
Father Richard never said nothing about a contract to no one. All he said was to provide food to keep the pit of hell quiet.
Maybe Father Richard feared you wouldn't listen otherwise. None of this, however, rights the wrongs committed by Sir Taras. Or are you looking to pardon him for slaying the cattle?
I have no need for pardons from you. I've spent years in the dark protecting you, ingrates. Meanwhile, you lot broke the promise and forgot about me. You'll pay for that!
Everyone calm down. The only crime committed here is ignorance. Apart from Father Richard and Sir Taras, no one knew of the contract. And when Father Richard died, Sir Taras was left on his own with his oath. He was kept alive by nothing but superstition and the offerings you brought to pacify hell. And when the offerings stopped, Sir Taras thought you betrayed him. And so he sought his revenge.
I had no idea.
Like I said, only ignorance is to blame. But now everything has been explained. So there's no reason to seek revenge or continue your investigation.
I won't settle for that. Fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness! I want to hear it with my own ears. You owe me that much for all the years I spent down there.
An apology? After you slaughtered our cattle?
Quiet, Vladimir. Sir Taras is right. He deserves our apology. Sir Taras, on behalf of the entire village, we ask for your forgiveness and thank you for the sacrifice you made for us. Your services are no longer needed. I'll have the mine filled in, and you'll receive all that you require. A horse, food, and supplies for the road.
So, I'm finally free. I fulfilled my oath and cleansed my soul before the eyes of God.
It's true, Sir Taras. Your sins have been washed away by your service.
Oh, thank you.
And as for you, Henry, you did even more than I asked. You've earned your reward 10 times over. Take this and go with our thanks.
And my thanks too, lad.
My pleasure, friends. I don't think anyone's ever going to believe this story.
It's gonna be the end of the quest, but if you guys are new around here, please, for me, like, subscribe. It helps me out. And follow me on Twitch, AmaterasuNinja. Same name as this channel. And one thing I do want to say is that I wish there was more quests like this. Just because they're really great. I think they're really done. It was really short, But regardless, I do believe they're gonna add more stuff like this in the upcoming DLC that's gonna come up soon in spring. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. I think this game is still Game of the Year contender, and I'm still enjoying my time with it. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Deuces.